The first one, right off the bat, I don't think you're going to hear anywhere else. But after I remind you about what happened in 2023 related to deep fakes, shallow fakes, and clones, I think you will agree with me about my 2024 prediction. Do you know that today, right now, you could upload your transcripts, documents that you've written, maybe even emails if you really wanted to, text messages to ChatGPT and have it act as a chatbot like you. You can only do this with the ChatGPT Plus subscription, but with that subscription, you can also set it up so that other people will be able to chat with that chatbot as if they were chatting with you. People are calling this cloning themselves with ChatGPT. You could do this right now. People are doing it with quite convincing results. So what is the prediction for 2024? Here it is. Do you think companies, big companies that we work for could do the same thing to create clones? They might not call it clones. That might not be so trendy. Perhaps AI assistants to assist us with a lot of the undifferentiated tasks that we do at work. I'm talking about things like scheduling, coordinating, different types of information gathering, presentation, communication, even technical work like coding, testing. All these is going to happen in 2024. What do you need to do to be ready? This is a tough one, but here goes. If AI is doing all that undifferentiated work, what's left? What is the differentiated work that's unique to us as humans? Well, a lot of that happens offline. Think about things that we do uniquely as humans that no AI can do. Lots of it is offline. Things like parenting, relationships, crafts, sports, things to do with physically living, homes, buildings, travel, food. These are the type of things that differentiate us. These are our authentic experiences that in 2024 we need to be able to do more of and bring them both to our job or find jobs that leverage these authentic, unique human experiences. I'll be talking a lot more about this in future podcasts, including special guests and experts who can help us walk through these things. The second big recap for 2023 is that OpenAI's ChatGPT is still the boss of the AI language models. Before I get into my big prediction for 2024, which involves something called AGI that will be taking over our jobs or some of it, let me first recap this AI language model situation in 2023. Now, the AI chatbot, as we all know, simply allows us to interact with it as humans, and it feels as if the chatbot understands our words, can reason, and can respond with words that make total sense. Behind the chatbots are something called AI language models. When ChatGPT first came out, it was released with GPT-3, the language model version at the time. And even then, it blew the world away. Since then, ChatGPT has gotten up to GPT 3.5 for its free version and GPT-4 for its paid version. At the same time, Google, Microsoft, Meta, Elon Musk's xAI Corporation, and others have all gotten into the game, either partnering with OpenAI or creating competitive alternatives or helping build open source alternatives. All of these alternatives are proving to be very valuable and quite convincing, but we won't get into all of that in this show. The only thing we need to remember for 2023 is that GPT-4 is still the boss of language models. So what about the 2024 prediction that is so important about AGIs taking parts of our jobs? Well, what is AGI? That is artificial general intelligence. And that's simply a version of AI that can do most anything that humans can do that are economically valuable better than most humans. That means they can answer questions in law, in politics, they can write code, they can analyze data, they can make forecasts. As of today, Google researchers have defined 5 levels of AGI. The first level is called emerging AGI, and that's what GPT-4 and all the special, super cool, advanced AIs today are at. They're at level 1. Level 2 would be competent AIs. Level 3 would be expert AIs. And level 4 would be virtuoso, while level 5 are superhuman AGIs. My big prediction for 2024 is that we will see an AGI level 2 come out. That means one that is competent than most humans at most economically valuable tasks. And that's, to my earlier point, we will see these AGIs taking activities and tasks that we do at our daily jobs over from us humans. My third big recap from 2023 is going to sound more like a TV drama rather than tech insights. But stick with me, it has important impacts on AI ethics and on my big prediction for 2024. It all started the week before Thanksgiving when OpenAI CEO Sam Altman was fired on a Friday, hired by competitor and major investor Microsoft on Sunday, and then reinstated in OpenAI as the CEO on Monday. And along the way, 5 of the 6 board members of OpenAI were dismissed. So, what's my big prediction for 2024? 2 things. One, in this whole mess, there appeared to be a rift between the chief scientist, Ilya Sutskever, and Sam Altman, who was fired. Both were on the board, again, before the firing and before the board was disbanded. And Ilya and Sam were on different sides of the issue of him being fired. My prediction is that Ilya is going to leave OpenAI, possibly to Elon Musk's XAI Corporation or perhaps Google. Related to this, or perhaps a second bonus prediction here, is that Mira Moretti is also going to leave OpenAI. Further questioning really the commitment to diversity and fairness in development of AI. My fourth recap for 2023 is Tesla's release of the humanoid robot Optimus Gen 2. Now, this might sound or look just like science fiction or perhaps even a toy, but before we get there, let me say what it is. The Tesla Optimus Gen 2 is a humanoid robot that walks, moves, and articulates its limbs just like a human. Even its fingers can be moved separately with an opposing thumbs just like humans. It had touch sensitivity to be able to distinguish between, say, picking up an egg or picking up a heavy object. Each requires a certain level of sensitivity. It could sort objects even while being interfered with by a human. While sorting, a human was interfering with its work and it was still able to stay coordinated and on task and keep sorting. So you have the coordination and the dexterity and the sense that comes with this kind of robot. This is important because we already have great advancements in other AI's ability to understand words and images, videos, sound, music, and so forth. Now, adding the ability for the robot or the AI to understand touch and movement really sets us up for the kind of robot or AI or machine, whatever you want to call it, that can do tasks of humans in the field. And it can do this by learning precisely the way a human will. You can think of the robot being literally next to a paramedic or a police officer or a fireman or a cop or a soldier, perhaps even a doctor, a nurse, and learning what they're doing by watching and communicating with the nurse, with the patients, with their co-workers. Now, it doesn't mean they'll replace any of these people anytime soon. And in fact, the people, the experts will be more supervisors of the robots, not replacements for the robots. Now, I think I've already started getting into the predictions. Specifically, what I will say is that in 2024, we will see Tesla put an Optimus humanoid robot in a field trial scenario, working with a human in the field. I'm not sure what type of a profession, but much like we saw Tesla cars and autonomous cars working in certain real world streets with human supervision before it eventually got released, we are going to see a Tesla Optimus humanoid robot working in the field with human supervision in 2024. Here's your super quick recap. Point 1. 2023 was the year of deep fakes, shallow fakes, and clones. The big prediction is that we will see AI assistants or clones, however you want to look at them, being able to do some of the undifferentiated tasks being done by humans today. Second point, GPT-4 by OpenAI is still the boss of the language models. Despite all the news about all the different language models which have their uses, GPT-4 is still the boss as of 2023. The big prediction is that we will see the next level of AIs, what are also called AGIs, that will be able to do some tasks done by humans competently compared to humans. Third point, the big prediction is that there will be more departures from OpenAI, specifically their chief scientist, Ilya Sutskever, and their CTO, Mira Murati. My fourth recap for you in 2023 and prediction goes as follows. The recap was that Tesla released their Optimus Generation 2 Android human-like robot. The prediction for 2024 is that this robot will be deployed in the field to work with a professional, much like we have seen Tesla deployed in the field for autonomous driving. We will see a robot working with a professional, firefighter, policeman, or something less serious this year in a public environment in a profession in 2024. Now, do you agree with these? Are there any that I missed out? Tell me, what do you think? I'd love to hear it. Catch you on the next episode.